Cathwell Stationery Services Limited announces its massive blowout sale on all stationery for school and office. Get copy paper at just $18 per ream. Enjoy up to 18% off folders, cardstock, Bristol boards, ink and toner cartridges, laptops, office furniture, and more. To order now, call 442-5848 or 5747. Or call 435-3377 and get free delivery island-wide and the lowest prices nationwide. Or visit our outlet on Scott Street, St. George's, where we guarantee the lowest prices daily. Cathwell Stationery Services Limited, the reliable office supply people.
For a limited time, the NLA has dropped all of the 2X balls from the multi-X draw. This means that you, our valuable players, have greater chances of multiplying your winnings up to 5 times more in our 2X drop promotion. Yay! And that's not all. As an additional bonus, there will be fewer free play or FP balls to draw from too. Now you have more reasons to add multi-X to your playway bets. So, value your dreams, win your way, and multiply your winnings up to 5 times more in the NLA's 2X Dropped promotion. Promo runs until Friday, 20th October, 2020.
Yeah. Back in the hot seat. Welcome to Ride Along Live. Welcome to Thursday on the Ride. Yeah. Hello, hello, hello. As you guys come and go ahead and share up the thing right now. Very, very interesting and important program today, guys. A lot to discuss and quite possibly a situation that might save a lot of people, right? Because we understand what's happening. There have been reports, guys, out there. They have been called to this particular media outlet to help people to get the word out. Today, we go do just that. We're going to help get the word out. Because our guest today, she had enough. And as you would hear her story, she just can't take it no more. All right? After what she deemed is injustice. Injustice. After she trusted a contractor to finish her house, she's saying that the work is not up to par, the work ain't even finished, and all the money don't spend. What should she do next? We'll talk about it. Courtney, how you doing? Come in and share up the thing, guys. Glenda, how you doing? Big up yourself, Glenda. Share. Yeah, Gracelyn said it happened to her. I've heard calls from other people who made mention of something very similar. Not the same contractor, though, but different individuals, right? So, again, I must also say that we always give everyone an opportunity to even push back on a story, right? So the person in question that we're going to mention today, we did get a chance to speak with him. He has a different view as to what this my guest here today is saying. And he may call in, we don't know, but we did get a chance to verify the story. We spoke to architect, we spoke to plumbers, we spoke to workers, so we could confirm that the story is accurate from her perspective. But again, there are always 3 sides to a story, right? And we aim to get all sides of it. All right? Judith, Jackie Titan, how you doing? And before we go on to the guests, I must say thank you guys so much for such a great time while I was in Grenada. I got a chance to meet a lot of you guys, and it's always a pleasure. Great, and exceptional time. Cheryl, thank you so much. I met Jackie Chaitan's sister, and I met so many people I haven't seen. Like every time I go back, I meet new people. It's always great. Judith, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Mark. The Mason, big up yourself, my brother. Thank you so much. All right, guys. So my next guest is joining us to tell us the story as what happened to her after she trusted her work in the hands of a contractor, which she expected to have the work done in about 4 months. It's been almost 6 to 8 months or so, and the work has not been completed. She is forced to live in the house, the incomplete house, and it is too much to bear. And in fact, it's affecting the health and well-being of her family. So she can't take it no more. She decided to take it to the media. Let's welcome on the program right now. Her name is Erica, and she's joining us live. Erica, are you there?
Yes, I am, Junior.
Hi, Erica. How are you doing?
Not the best, but I'm trying.
I could understand. All right, Erica. So take us from the beginning. What really happened?
Well, I know of the gentleman because we come from neighboring hoods, but he moved out when I was very young, and I know of him and building houses, doing renovation, doing back. Well, I would see him or hear, now and then you would see them pass and see them working.
Right.
And you take it into consideration that the person is a good person.
Right.
So I had this house to build. We discussed the cost, everything. He gave me, as I sent to you, his cost plan. The only thing he didn't have to do was the tiling or buy the tiling, right?
Right.
As you can see, he went to the bank, he signed the contract. So if you sign the contract, that means you're okay with the cost, right?
Right.
And he got paid directly from the bank in 3 phases. He got paid even before he started the contract.
Right.
Right? The gentleman started off okay, as people within the neighborhood would tell you. He started off okay. He started off with a bang. Second phase wasn't doing too bad. But the last phase, everything just flopped. Or maybe we thought that he was going good, but bits and pieces, because now I'm getting called. I went to the hardware to get some plumbing stuff to do the plumbing for myself with a plumber.
Right.
And the hardware told me that the guy owed him for my house. Workers is coming to me, even trucks that he had. So, and I'm in that condition. You imagine that, and people still meeting you. You're paying mortgage, fighting to live in it unfinished. I had to do all the plumbing for myself. I had to bring in a plumber here, and I send everybody information for you so you can double check the story. And when I called the gentleman, he's disrespectful. Even when the bank, we had meeting with him 3 or 4 times, he was disrespectful.
Right.
It's like I am doing him a favor.
Okay, so let me see if I get this correctly. Let me try to summarize what you just said. You know the individual from a long period of time.
Yes.
Have you ever seen work that he did?
Yeah, I saw one of the work that he did.
And you were satisfied.
Just passing. I didn't really, just passing. You would always see people doing work passing. But now you get information, and then on a closer look, you learn a lot.
Right. Okay. So you know this gentleman. You know he's a contractor.
Yes.
By passing, you saw work that he did.
Yes.
Have you ever spoken to anyone that he did work for?
No.
Okay. So by passing, you saw the work that he did. So you decide to allow him to build your house, right? So he was building the house from scratch.
Yes. Yes.
All right. So he was building the house from the ground up. You went into the bank and you got a loan.
Yes.
A mortgage, right? So the bank issue you the mortgage, and the arrangement was that they would pay it directly to the contractor.
Yes, that's the arrangement I make because I'm working.
Okay. So the bank arrangement was that they would pay it out in installments.
In 3 phases.
Three phases of payment. Yeah. So and the agreement was that as one phase is finished, they would supply or they would provide payments for the second and the third as they survey the property and realize that, phase 1 is completed, let's pay him off for phase 2. Phase 2 is completed, let's pay him off for phase 3. So you particularly didn't have any say in terms of payments issuing from the bank to the contractor, correct?
I wouldn't say it exactly like that, right? The bank did investigate. As I said, he started with a bang. He finished the first phase good. The second phase was good. As you look at the house, you would see it's the last phase that is incomplete.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
So okay. So the first phase was fine. You was okay with it. You was okay. You
Yeah.
was fine with it. The second phase, you was okay with it. He got the payment, and everything
Yeah.
was nice and peachy so far.
Yes.
So it was not until the third phase, correct?
Yes.
Okay, cool. So let me ask you another question. And guys, I know you guys looking for the name of the individual. We're gonna give you the information, and it's not about bashing anyone. It's about putting
No.
out the information there, right? So
Yeah.
everyone would know how to proceed. And in addition, we contacted the individual. So the individual very much aware that we're going to be speaking about this today, and we did our due diligence as well. We spoke to people and we got background information, right? So we could confirm at least some of the information, verify some of the information that we're speaking about here. So throughout the process of the repairs and the building of your home, what was your living arrangement?
I was renting.
Okay, so you was renting. What was the
Yes.
time period for the
He's
build?
supposed to finish the house July 31st. And when that time reached, the bank called a meeting with him and he said he had some delays, give him another month, and he's gonna cover my rent.
Right.
The ending up of August. He didn't do anything much. He was hardly on the project.
Uh-huh. So hold
And
on. So
he
you're saying the agreement was signed to complete by July what? July 1st or July 31st?
31st,
July
31st, the
31st.
last
By
day in
July
July.
31st,
Mm-hmm.
work should be completed. And that is signed by him. But
Yes, that was his contract. He gave that contract to the bank
right.
that
But
he
of
would
course,
complete by July. Yes,
but
that
sometimes,
should be.
there might be situation, there might be rain, storm, whatever the case might be. It might prolong it a couple of weeks or a month or so because unforeseen circumstances. That is understandable. So
Yeah,
by July 31st, you're expecting your keys, right?
by the 1st of August, at least.
By the 1st of
Yes,
August, you're expecting your keys. So you went to him and you said, okay, well, I'm ready for my keys. I'm ready to move in. You got kids. We're excited to move into a new home. And you was told what?
that he has some delays. He would need another month. I said, well, we need to go and discuss this in front of the bank. So
Okay.
the manager, then she asked him what would be the arrangement because she know I'm renting. If he's going to
Right.
cover the rent, he said yes.
Oh, so he agreed
He
because
agreed.
of his inconvenience to you,
Yeah.
he would pay your renter to cover your rent
Mm-hmm.
because
Yes.
you need more time. Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds fair. Sounds fair enough. So you agreed to that. That's fine.
Yeah. Yes. If you're covering my rent and I don't have the expense of rent and mortgage. But yeah.
Okay. All right.
August come and done. He was nowhere near complete. As a matter of fact, you know what is August month in Grenada? He was hardly here. He or his workers. The bank called him again in a meeting. He tell him he need only 2 weeks in September.
Yeah.
He would cover rent. And mind you, he didn't pay any rent for August, eh? So they
Right.
asked him about the August rent. He said, don't worry, I will handle. So I told them that because the individual don't seem all of a sudden to be a man of his words,
Right.
let him drop the money for the rent at the bank, and then I would have my landlord give me the receipt to give him.
Right.
Right?
Stop in right there for a second. What was the reason did he give for the delay when he could not have delivered on July 31st so you could have the keys on August 1st? What was the reason?
He said the roof taking some time. He didn't expect the delay in casting the roof because the house is like a bomb shelter. It's a concrete roof. He said
Okay.
that the concrete shock. He had to wait on the time that they were able to cast. That was the excuse he used.
Okay.
But speaking to him in the meeting, I recognize no, the decking was not prepared on time within the specific time frame.
Okay. All right. Did the contractor tell you anything about irregularities as it relates to the architectural drawing of the construction?
No, he told us in the bank. I should speak to I gave you her number.
Yeah.
That every day he and the architecture is speaking on the phone. But when I brought the architecture here, he said, no, this man never called me. So I had to call a meeting with him and the bank and have the architecture in on the meeting via phone call, of course, because he's a busy man.
Right.
And the architect tell him, Mister, you never call my phone. I can bring in my phone. There is no history. You never call my phone within the 4 months. Because from day one, I told him, I said, you need to call the architecture, and you and him would go through the plan.
Right.
But he lied to us someday and telling me, oh, every day me and the man is on the phone. And I'm sure you probably speak to the architecture. That was not true.
Right.
So the house built wrong, one, and two, none of the measurement is accurate.
Hold on.
Even in the windows.
You said the house was built wrong?
Yes.
When you say built wrong, what do you mean?
The layout of the house, the direction it's supposed to lay out in is in the wrong.
So he didn't follow the plan, the exact
No.
plan that was
No,
approved.
I don't know if you can read plan, but the 3 rooms supposed to be facing the direction of the river. It is facing now my neighbor.
Also, the house, the whole structure of the house was even
Line out wrong. Yes.
Ah.
Yes.
Okay. That's
But I'm not too worried about that because it's already done.
right.
But when you walk through the house now, one of the things that I forgot to send for you, there are beam. The house is only 6 months old, barely 6 months old, already bust. 2 actually.
Right. Okay. All right. Let's go back a little bit to the delay, right? So it was told that he would pay a rent for that month. So
Yeah.
August 1st reach, right? Oh, not August 1st. So August 30th reach, the end of August reach. You're expecting to have things done. What happened?
He said that he had some setback with the plastering of the roof and the pieces of work, like the covers and thing. He didn't expect it to take him so much time. He need 2 weeks in September.
Hold
So,
on. So at the end of August now, he still need more time.
yes, sir. Up to this day, he still need more time.
What happened to your rental arrangement now? Because you said that
No rent, no, he didn't pay any of the rent. I stayed in rent up to the middle of last month, and that is when I had to scrape every saving I have, get a plumber, come do an assessment of the plumbing here,
right.
go by the outlets. He bought the toilets. Let a person speak the truth.
Right.
He bought the toilets, but I had to install the 2 toilets, the face basin, the kitchen sink. I had all the outlets to run on the outside, all these things. I had to pay a plumber and buy some of the fittings for that. Some he bought, but some he didn't.
Right.
So I had to do that. I know plumbers in Grenada.
Right. I know it could be expensive, but hold on. I'll get to there. I'll get to there in a second. So, end of August, you're still not able to get your keys to move into the house with your family.
No.
Right? So you now have to endure additional rent where you stay in. You have to pay that
Yes,
rent.
sir.
Right.
Yes.
You have to pay that rent. Did he ever pay that rent that he agreed to pay?
No, not up to this day.
So he
And a
didn't pay
matter of fact, up to this day, I haven't received my key because I have no front door. The front door was not installed.
Interesting. We'll get to that too. All right, let me update everyone that's watching, right? So we're talking here to this young lady who is having a nightmare situation. Essentially, that's what's happening. She basically trusted the skill set from a particular contractor to do her work, right? Now the contractor and the architect, they're two different individuals. So I don't want to get it mixed up. The architect is the person who designed the drawing and have all the drawing, all the sizes of windows, the sizes of doors. The architect is basically that architectural drawing have to be taken to the authorities to get approved. So once they approve, they look at it, the authorities would approve. You were saying something?
No bank would not allow any loan unless the plan is approved by physical planning. So the plan is approved.
Absolutely, we understand that. So it was approved. It was approved
Yes,
by physical planning, stamped. Yes, let's go with that, right? The bank granting her the loan, everything was ready to go. What she is saying now that she trusted this particular individual to build the house to specification, size of windows, size of house had to turn this way. But it so happened that she didn't get what was in the plan. For starters, the house wasn't turned the right way. It was turned the other way. I mean, she could live with that. But a couple other things she couldn't live with. The first thing is the delay. So initially, she's claiming that there was a major setback, a major delay, which the individual, the contractor decided that, well, don't worry about it. I'll pay for that rent, and you'll get it by end of August or whatever. August came, nothing. She now living at a second place where she was renting, waiting for her house to finish. And she had to pay the rent, right? Of course. Still, at the end of August, coming down into September, still nothing. So she have to endure additional payments to that particular rental property, and he did not live up to his obligation. Now, the banks. Let's go back. Let's go to the banks. By that time now,
I'm paying mortgage.
You paying mortgage too?
Yes, and rent.
Or you're paying rent and mortgage. Okay,
Yeah.
double one. So let's talk about the bank. So the bank issued the first payment. That was fine. You had no problem with it. Phase 1 was completed. Phase 2 was completed. Now, what was the justification of paying out phase 3? The full funding for phase 3 if that phase wasn't completed?
Well, that's how they do it. That's the last phase to buy up all the stuff and do the finishing, the painting. It's just a finishing work.
The finishing work. All right. Let me let me show everyone what you have right now. And I did get a chance to review the agreement, and I'm going to summarize it as well. So essentially, this is the outside of the property, right? And I'm looking at the outside of the property, and I'm seeing, is that your front door area?
Yes.
It's boarded up?
Yes.
So you don't have a front door?
No, he didn't install it.
It didn't. What's the problem? Why is it delaying installing your front door?
Wrong measurement for the front door. All front door is by 80. My front door wasn't measured accurately. So I had to bring in somebody to cut the top so I can fit in the door. He didn't want it to do it. He gave attitude. He dig below and trying to bust the beam, the main beam, to hang the door outside like a rabbit coop. He didn't want it to put the door like how you know your normal door would be inside, because he already had the wrong measurement. Now his decision was to hang the door outside. So all the hinges outside, you could take a nail and a stone and knock out the hinges and enter.
Interesting. All right, so that's the outside. That's the outside, right? And that's currently, right?
Yes, that's this evening. I take it out this evening.
Just look at this picture there. All right. Okay, so we're looking at another picture here now of something like another piece of it's like a boarded up. What is that? What is that?
Bathroom window.
So the bathroom window is not up either.
No.
Okay, so what's the problem with putting up the bathroom window?
Well, the last meeting he told the bank that he paid for it. He have to collect it, and that's 4 months now. Call the place that he said he paid, and he going to collect it. They said they have no knowledge of the gentleman or any request for the window.
So his claim is that he paid for the window, but
yes,
the window not there. Okay, let's move on. What about this piece of board up thing there again?
Another window again.
So what's up with the windows? Is there a problem with putting up windows? Like, what's the specification on the plan? As it denotes or it speaks about windows incorrect? Whatever problem with the structure of putting up the window, what was the excuse of not having the windows up at this point?
The window. Come on, Junior. Even if he made the window size wrong, because we measured it this evening, and even what's on the plan, that's not what he have there. These two companies here, St. Louis and London Windows, they make any size. So that's not an issue. even if he did it wrong, because we just picked up on that this evening, you can go to them with the measurement and get the windows made within 2 weeks. So that is not even an excuse not to buy and install the window.
Right. Okay. I have some video here. I want to show the video, guys. I want to show the video, and then I'll tell you what the contractor told me. Because again, it's all about getting the information on both sides, right? So this is the. If you could see the video, if you could see this video, explain to me what we're seeing here.
This is the living room.
Uh-huh.
You see the cover for the septic tank. They make it in the living room. The living room to the back of the house is a long distance where the septic tank is. But the septic tank covering was made inside the living room of the house. So I had to get someone to help me bring this thing in the back. Now, this thing ain't light.
So the septic tank, you say it was built inside of the house before
The cover.
The cover. Okay. All right. What about this? What is this that we're seeing here right now?
This is the laundry room door, the other entrance door to the house. I had to make, to the kitchen, I had to make a makeshift ply door. That also there, the measurement is in that door is wrong. If you look on top, you'll see that we had to cut it to redo it. So I don't know, the builder said he's doing that over 25 years in the business, but you weren't there, or how could you not know that a door is 80? Every door, unless.
All right. And explain this one here now. So this is inside of your house right now, right? So that's how you're living right now.
Yes. So this is the rooms. No room door. No toilet door was installed. And this is what they had as their storeroom. This is what the contractor was using as his storeroom. But if you look in there, you would see that the cupboard there is full of mold. The cupboard full of mold. All the door, the one door that he had put up, he take it down because the door was something of a cheap material. It started to take mold also, and it's swollen. It's swollen.
So that door that we're watching there, with that, I don't know if folk could see it clearly, but it has a lot of black things all over it. That is the mold that's on the door?
Yes, it's supposed to be white.
Uh-huh. And was it because that door stayed outside, or that door was somehow stayed to the elements that why it got like this? Or it was inside for the whole time?
I'm not sure. The builder would have to say why the door turned like that. I'm even surprised.
So you are living in that house as we speak?
Yes, with all the mold, with all the
wood and all kind of mold all over the place?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Let's keep going. What about this? So okay, we have a sink.
Yes. He used, I don't know what material that was used to build the sink, but all the material, all the cupboards are making something like a yeast with a beast insect.
Little ants or something like that? Like it's not treated?
Like it's not treated, thank you. All the cupboards, the room cupboards, the face basin cupboards, as you can see, all the holes is unfinished there. And I draw closer so everyone could see the insect coming out of the material there. He didn't use yellow pine as instructed in the plan. He did not use the yellow pine. I guess he bought this. A lot of builders do that to cut costs.
Yeah, that looks like wood, like termites.
Yes. So I have to keep spraying it, and I have a 5-year-old here. Imagine that.
Okay, tell me about this one now.
That's the same. That's oh yes, that's the roof. That's the finished work in the roof.
Oh.
That's the unsightly, you know, when you lie down on your bed and you look up in the roof, you're supposed to be pleased.
Yeah.
Some of the, if you look at, well, there is no no doors in the closet or the drawers. There is no doors. Nothing had any doors on it.
So the
There is
roof,
no
the
door.
roof kind of look rough, right? I mean,
Yes.
it doesn't look really neat unless it could be like an architectural style, like rough,
That's
rugged.
not. I mean, you're making me laugh. If you have to live in it, you would know that that is no style.
Okay,
Especially when the month up and you see the deduction, go for it. It's no style.
okay, it's not a style.
It- It's not a style.
Okay, all right. All right. So clearly, based on all that we've seen here, we've seen construction thing inside your place. I mean, clearly your work is not your house is not ready to be
Right. So this is
to
what I come here to. I spend weeks cleaning up around, and that is in his contract that he will clean out all this debris. I spend weeks cleaning up all of that. I still have a lot in the yard if you come down here. And I have to pay people to help me to clean up all these things. The scaffold is still up.
Wow.
All the scaffold is still up there, as you can see. And I have to keep paying people to come and help me clean, come and help me try to plaster a door, come and help me, you know. I have to be spending out of my pocket, paying mortgage and still had rent.
Yeah, Erica, clearly, very clearly.
Not
This
even the sockaway it didn't have a stone in the sockaway.
okay. Clearly, this is not ready for anybody to live in. I tell you straight up, that don't look as if it's ready for anybody to live in, much less kids and yourself.
Yeah, I
You
have
know,
a 5-year-old here.
you're a 5-year-old. Or you might get stuff on your skin and thing might start
Yeah,
affect you.
our skin, every one of us, we had to go to the doctor, had rashes from the mold and everything else in the house. My face busting up. My son, which is 5-year-old, he had a skin rash all over.
Yeah,
His hands, his feet, his legs with the skin rash, all his back with the skin rash, because we're living in here with the mold and everything else,
yeah.
plus the cement on the floor.
Yeah, and the dust and everything. It's just not ready. It's just not ready. All right, guys. So all you have an idea of what the condition of the thing look like. So I got a chance to take a look at the contract, right, or the agreement that was signed, and this was signed by the Chris Bascom Construction of Wester Hall, right, and it's saying that the purpose of the work were to
Yes.
hold on, let me see something. Hold on. Erica, are you there?
Yes, I'm back.
Okay, all right, cool, no problem. So yeah, I was taking a look at the contract. It basically give a full breakdown. The purpose of the work is consist of the construction of a single 3-bedroom concrete residential building measuring 1,240 square feet. It gave the dimension: 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom, living room, kitchen, dining area. External work include external step and retaining wall that is there. Construction of the building should be, but not limited to, the following: the foundation, the wall, the floor, the roof, the window, the door, joining, electrical and plumbing. All of that is inside of there. It also gave a breakdown on the cost, the 200 and something odd $1,000, and the total sum. And it gave a specific breakdown of payments. Payment number 1 of $97,000+ to be paid as phase 1 for the preliminary site, shed and utility excavation and so forth. Payment number 2, external wall and internal partition, another $78,000+ was to be paid at that particular time, and payment 3 of $67,000+ to raise internal partition for ceiling lights and all that other stuff. That was signed by Mr. Bascom, and his name, everything is there, right? Everything is there, everything is sealed. So the question is, what is the bank saying no? Because 1, they don't pay him out all the money already.
Yes.
2, the work is not completed.
No.
And 3, you are starting to pay back your mortgage already. So you are paying for the property, yet it's incomplete. So what is the bank saying?
Well, they are ready to take the matter to court. But I would have to stand the legal cost because it's my contractor. But they are prepared to provide all the documents to show that
Well, they can
the
take him to
gentleman.
court. You will have to take him to court, ain't it?
Yes, I have to take him to court,
So they could provide you with documents. You have to take
but
him.
they could provide all the documents necessary for action to be taken place.
Right.
They already blacklisted him. That is a method the banks do. They put them on a blacklist. So there is no further business with the gentleman for the bank. A matter of fact, based on his attitude in the last meeting, the manager let him know right away. She's displeased with his behavior and he's blacklisted.
Right.
So the bank have their blacklist. But I was not even looking at that, Junior. What I'm looking at is that people would come forward and say, Erica, you didn't know so he was? No, how would I know when you didn't make it public? You know?
Mm-hmm.
How would I know that he don't pay his workers, that he don't finish jobs, that he takes money for a job that is alleged that he takes money for a job that he didn't complete prior to now, unless you make it public. Now, this is not only about me, because speaking to other individuals, you would hear them say that they're going through even worse. One lady told me, you're lucky yours don't get some paint on it. Mine wasn't even finished plastered. So you would do, when you go around, you have to be in a situation and then you would hear other people complain about this. You would hear hundreds of Grenadians. Imagine I brought an engineer here to do a calculation of what the finished work would cost.
Right.
And he said to me, oh, for the last over 200 houses, I do this thing for that one look the best so far. So that is to tell you, out there in Grenada, it become normal for these contractors to take money from the bank or from individuals and not complete the job. And I'm not just talking about individuals. What's about the individual that come in here with their cash from overseas, they retire and they want to come back here and build a house? They don't know he blacklisted. They're not going through the bank.
True.
I heard a story. A gentleman told me that he wanted to surprise his wife. They retire and he sent back money here. And after 3 years, he decided to bring his wife and he gave her a heart attack instead. Because when they reached there, all they saw was the decking and the building was green. The contractor haven't been there in years and he spent $700 and something thousand. All the wife got was a heart attack.
Right.
So it's not just about me. I know I'm suffering, but it's not just about me. I look up when you made the post, so much people were commenting under it saying, you know, they're facing the same and even worse.
Yes.
This is something that we, the public, are suffering in Grenada and nobody is doing anything. Now you could say take them to court, as many people, even the bank, encourage me to, which I don't have a choice. But sometimes when you walk in the courthouse for 3 years and when the matter do finish, this man have nothing to seize to pay back. Because most people who live like that, they vanish the money. They have nothing to seize. So you pay a lawyer, you still have to finish your house to live in it how you could. You walk in court after 3 years and still nothing. You go and sit down in jail and still living off your own taxpayers' money. I don't know if you ever think of it like that, but basically you understand that it's what happening. Some of them have nothing to seize. And then we could look at the other side of it. The calm person, what's about the ignorant person that decide to take the matter into their own hand because they have no patience? They're going to still be wrong. They're going to still get charged because they decide to end him. You understand? So we have to stop it before it reaches further.
We're not promoting that. Not at all.
No.
Yes. Okay.
So we have to put an end to all of this before you even think about starting, before the public think, you know?
Yes.
We have to make an example so that our public remain on the safe side. You understand?
So I did get a chance to speak with Chris. I called him and I had a good conversation with the gentleman. One of the things that the gentleman told me was that he will get the work done by the end of November, right? He did say that he will get the work done by the end of November. Two, he spoke about some issues as it relates to the architectural drawing and the sizing of the windows, right? He said that the window size was not was not drawn to specification, and it's irregular size windows. Did you hear about that? Did he tell you about that? The irregular size of the
No,
windows?
no. Matter of fact, as I repeat before, and I can say it again, there is nothing as irregular size window in Grenada. You can pay St. Louis or London windows and they make any size. If that is an excuse you want to use, he told the bank 4 months ago that he paid them to make the window. You can buy a 2x3 if it's a 2x3 I saw on the plan window anywhere. There are companies that actually bring in these windows, and there are companies that make the window sizes. Now, from our measurement this evening, he didn't make the size of windows specified on the plan.
So he did not go to the specification as we said earlier. He did not make
The
the
window
size.
measurement is wrong. Because I have the plan in front of me, the window measurement is wrong.
Right. So he made note of that. So I got a chance to speak to the architect because I really wanted to get to the bottom of this. I called the architect and I was asking the architect as it relates to the approval of the plan. Because of course, once the architect do the drawing, it has to be approved by physical planning and it has to go through the process. So then when it's finished physical planning, all the contractor have to do now is take this and replicate it into the physical structure of the building, right? I asked him about the windows, and he said that the windows is done to specification. One thing that the architect also told me, as you just mentioned earlier, that the building was in the wrong area. It was
Yes.
wrong, in terms of how it was built. He said that he noticed that he himself went to the building and took a
Yes.
look, and he was disappointed. And that's the architect speaking. He was disappointed as to how the building was done. He was shocked, right? He also
Yeah.
expressed, I believe, that he didn't speak to the gentleman prior. So that there was no conversation or things like that between both
That's
of them
correct.
in terms of figuring out anything. So that's what he told me, right? Stick and stay for a quick second. We got a call. Let me take this call on the line. Caller, you live. Where you calling us from? Hello? Caller, you live?
Hey, Junior, you hearing me?
Hold on. Let me put you back in the system. Go ahead again. For some reason, I'm not hearing you in the system. So let me take you on the speaker. Go ahead, caller.
Hey, Junior, good night. How you doing, bro?
Good. What's up?
I'm all right. Good night to your caller.
Yes.
Your guest, rather.
Mm-hmm.
I'm so accustomed to being the guest. I just a few days ago, I was talking to someone else in Grenada, and they were complaining about the very same thing.
Mm-hmm.
As a matter of fact, the person was saying that one time they were actually underneath their house,
Mm-hmm.
and they were trying to move a piece of board. They actually describe it as a 2x2.
Uh-huh.
And in the process of moving it, the piece of wood hit the bottom of the house, and immediately pieces of concrete begin to fall.
Wow.
This is how bad the situation was. And as the guest rightfully said, you can take them to court. But in a lot of instances, these people have money issues. And so as fast as the money comes in, it's as fast as it goes out. But I think, Junior, sometimes we have to take things in our own hands. And I'm not saying get violent. I'm saying that if we have concrete proof that a particular contractor is defrauding his client, we can make a list. We can circulate that list. And I'm saying if we have concrete evidence that this is the case,
Right.
make a list. Circulate the list. Use the different means, the newspaper and so on and so forth. Because as the guest rightfully said, too many people are being scammed and defrauded out of monies But I have a question, and I hope the caller can, the guest, I keep saying caller. See, I'm focused on being a guest.
Yeah.
I hope the guest could help me on this. Does the bank do evaluation of the property based on its progress? Do they have an officer that goes to these construction sites and check to see if what the contractor is saying matches to what is physically on the piece of property? For example, pay off this $97,000 that you mentioned earlier.
Yeah.
For that tranche of work. Does the bank send somebody? Because if they do, if the bank does, then that it avoids situations like this from happening.
Yeah.
And maybe not just a particular officer, maybe a loans officer or somebody, but the bank has to take some level of responsibility here. You can't just pay enough people and you don't know if the work is being done. And finally, and maybe too, another thing that people can do, taking things into their own hand, is to consistently check on your project. Is your money, is your investment, you have to pay back that mortgage, or you're taking that money out of your life savings or whatever the case. You have to check on your project. Don't just give the money don't let the bank just give the money to the contractor and say they're building a house and you just, okay, they're building a house and have faith in them. No, you need to check. You need to go every week, every other day if you have to make sure that your investment is being done. Bring somebody, if you know somebody that has some knowledge or some expertise, bring them along, because, these stories are horrifying. I mean, imagine knocking the bottom of your house and concrete falling. That's madness.
Yeah.
Anyway, good night, everybody. Good night, Junior.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Yeah.
Yes, Junior.
Yes. You want to respond?
Yes, he's correct. The bank sent the loan officer to check the first phase. He did well. The second phase, he did well. As I said, he collected the last phase and he didn't buy or complete as contracted to. Right?
Mm-hmm.
But the bank did, they did send the officer and checked. Right?
They sent the officer and checked.
Yes. So some people, all of you take it, they look for, even when you're teaching in school, children look for a way to outsmart you. Some people always look for a way, to wiggle through. But the bank did follow up. And yes, I did came in here. And when I saw he wasn't going, but he was already in the last phase.
Right.
That's why we were having meetings with him and they were coming here more regular than ever to ensure. But at the end of the day, you had the money. Remember, that is the phase now. You have to buy the toilets, buy the doors, buy the, the paint and stuff like that. And that is the phase that he messed up.
The last phase. All right.
Yes.
All right. Stick it there for a second. Let's jump to the phone and take another call. Caller, where are you calling us from? Hello?
Hi, Junior. Good evening. I'm calling from Grenada. Grenada,
go right ahead.
Good evening.
Yes.
My question to the young lady is, when the bank has to release the money in the first, second, and the third stages, before the bank release that money, my question to her is, did the bank had a meeting with the bank itself, the contractor, and her?
She's on the phone right now. She could respond.
Hello?
Erica?
Yes. Every phase, the bank would have a meeting. And they would check, as I told you, they would come and check and they would have a meeting. Even when the last phase and he was delinquent, we had 4 meetings within the last phase with him. And when the bank noticed that he's not compliant, that is when they said, we're going to blacklist him and this is a matter for the court.
Okay, and after the bank had the meeting, right, with you, the contractor and itself, did the bank ask you, and did the bank told you if they were satisfied, and did they ask you if you were satisfied with the work before they released the money?
Yes, as I told you, the first 2 phases, he was okay. It was the last phase that he did not complete.
Okay, but then basically, Junior, I'm blaming the bank, because at that stage, once the bank see things were not going the way that they're supposed to,
right,
the bank had not supposed to pay.
I don't think you understand. The last phase is where you have to buy up the toilets and stuff.
Hold on.
The bank released the money so he could buy all the stuff. We went wrong, look at all the stuff, and the bank released the money so he could buy up all the stuff, and he did not.
Right.
He did not buy it or install some of them. That
Yeah,
is
but
the
from the
issue.
time the house was positioned wrong, positioned wrong, Junior,
Oh,
right?
we learned that last thing, you know.
That the windows are already
He were telling us, I find something was wrong with the house, and I said, you sure the house line out right? And he said, yes, every day he and the architect is on the phone. Now, if you heard Junior speaking to the architect, that was not true.
Right.
When the architect came here, when I find something is definitely not right. That
Right.
was in the last phase. Then the architect said, Miss, this man built your house wrong.
But here's a question that I have then, right?
Junior.
Hold on,
Junior,
Ryan, hold on
I'm
a
going
second.
to leave now.
Ryan,
Let
hold
me
on one
say
second.
this lastly.
Hold on. Yeah,
Junior,
go ahead, Ryan. Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead. Caller, go ahead.
Yeah, Junior, I am partly blaming the bank. The bank cannot allow that lady to stand the court expenses on her own. From the time the house was positioned wrong, they had to red flag it, and the bank should have deducted money for that mistake. That is not right. The bank have to help her to foot the bill of the court for the lawyers. That is not right.
Right. Caller,
Thank you, Junior.
You make a very valid point. Now, here's a question and an issue that I have. All right. Caller on the phone line, stay there for a quick second. I understand where the caller is coming from, because the window, let's take the window for example. The window is not to specification as was approved by physical planning. The window was not structured properly. It wasn't the right size. In addition, the house orientation is wrong. So if the bank go there and they see phase 1, phase 0, they're looking at the plan and they're seeing, well, the house supposed to turn so, but the house turned so. The person in the bank should say, but wait, this is not what's on the plan.
Junior, I would interrupt you there. The gentleman was, no. The bank, I called in the architect when I noticed something was wrong.
Okay.
And that is how I know. He was telling the bank in the meeting I was there that he and the architect is always on the phone and the architect is always visiting the site. That was a lie. Junior, this gentleman could lie out in any street light in Grenada. He power outage in Grenlec. First he could lie. He tell us more than once that he is always in communication with the architect.
Right.
Only when I noticed certain faults here, and I called in the architect personally, the man said, I have never spoken with this gentleman. So immediately we had a meeting with the bank. The house was already covered. And that is when the architect said to the bank, no, he's lying. He never spoke to me, because if he spoke to me, he wouldn't orient the house wrong. If he had spoken to me, then he would have known that this is supposed to be so and that is supposed to be so. And the gentleman, having the architect present on the phone in the meeting, still lying and saying, yes, boy, I speak to you. This man is the greatest. The architect showed me his phone. There is no call between two of them in the history. But the gentleman is still lying in the presence of the bank and me and the architect on the phone and saying, yes, man, and I speak to you the other day. Just the other day I call you, why you try? This is the greatest I ever meet. He is a convincing lie. He's telling us. And we know to the bottom of our hearts that this man is lying.
Right.
Yes, and I speak to you. Just when I call you about the back door. You call the man about the back door, but you do the door height wrong. And you in this business, you claim over 25 years, but you don't know the height of a door. So when you think you know people and you think they're professional and they know what they're doing, they don't know what they're doing.
Mm-hmm.
They're just going about and keep getting away with it. This whole thing from me coming here, there's a lot of people with pride. And a lot of people that I know personally is going through that. And I said, let's go on the show. Mm-hmm. You're suffering in silence. You're thinking suicidal. But pride, the one Grenadian know they're going through that. I don't want my name to call it, the one Grenadians know I'm going through that. People gonna laugh at you regardless. You understand? So me being here is just to make the world know that this is not right. And I'm not the only person. I stand firm and I say I'm not the only person going through that. I'm sure when we cut off the program, many people are going to call you. This is to empower people to speak out.
Right.
Let the public know. As I give you the hard evidence, and people can come and see my house is not complete.
Yes.
And this gentleman have attitude stinker and vagrant. When you call him, what you calling me for? That's his attitude. Stop harassing me. Now I'm suffering in here with my children in silence. And he's telling me, what you harassing me? Don't call my phone. And I tell you I'm gonna do that when I go do it, I go do it. You can't tell me when to do that. That was his words to me on the phone. He blocked my number and all. One time he blocked my number. If he had to do it, he travel, he come the other day and tell me, just come back from the States. He had the call and he come now. With a slipper in the foot and a trick out of pants with no change of clothes. What you come to do? I'm already in that state. So I said, what I need is my money to pay somebody else to do the work. And where's my doors for the rooms? Where's the windows for the toilets? Where's my cupboard? We talking about, I have cupboards in here in the kitchen with no doors. Nothing was finished here, not even the painting. I went and buy 3 gallons of paint because I met his brother, one of them painting, and they said they run out of paint. So I run out of my pocket, get 3 gallons of paint. No painting done after that, the 3 gallons gone. The paint disappeared. This is the kind.
Let's take a quick call, Erica. Let's take a quick call. Caller live, where are you calling us from?
I'm calling from Canada. Junior, how are you doing?
Hey, Canada, go right ahead.
All right. Junior, this problem that Erica is talking about is at epidemic proportion. All right? Now, let's start with the banks. It is rather unfortunate that the bank, I can't say it's the bank because I deal with the bank and they do send independent valuators on the side. They don't use the bank employees. They send independent valuators to see how far you are, make sure the progress is correct. So I say Erica's situation is rather unfortunate.
Right.
Now, I had a similar situation where my excavation took a lot more than I'm supposed to do. So instead of me having a 2-floor, I have 3 floors. The bank stopped. They call me into a meeting and they say, look, this is where we at. The money is not sufficient to do the job. What are you going to do? I said, don't worry, I'll take care of that part of it. So I went ahead, take care of that part, and then they continue funding me. So that's it. Do you know when it comes to contractors, electricians, masons, cabinet makers, they are very unscrupulous. Junior, these guys are coming. They're starting you with one price. When you give them a deposit, 2 days later, they come back and they tell you they made a mistake. Junior, they're taking your money and they go and do another job. Junior, this is standard in Grenada. It becomes the norm. They're telling you. I had one guy tell me, you could take me to court. By the time you finish, either you did or I did because the court system doesn't work. And that's a fact, right? And I'm here now supporting Erica and using this platform that people understand. The contractors in Grenada, there's 2 kinds. They're the upper echelon contractors where they would charge you $350 a square foot to build. Right. You're going to get your house built.
Yes.
But then you won't be able to pay for it after because the price is exorbitant.
Yes.
Right? Then you have the average guy that's going to come and charge you $250 or $225. And that's the guys that you have to be scared of. Right? As a matter of fact, the business I'm in right now is building there, reno, build, and sell because I'm saving people's lives in North America, out in the diaspora. To come home and build is heart attack waiting to happen.
Yes.
I'm speaking to a lady in Grand Mall right now, and she's crying. The excavator guy charged us so much She's not sure she could make it to finish, right? So the problem is very, very bad. And I beg you, I sincerely beg you, I'll talk to you after that on a serious way.
Right.
If you can put a program maybe on once a month,
right,
that people can get to hear what's going on,
right,
because it's very, very bad. Workers want to show up at 9 o'clock in the morning. They have their breakfast, and then they start to work. By 3 o'clock, they're ready to clean up. You know how we work in North America, right? You have to be on the job 4, 8 o'clock. And this is a serious problem. They didn't come to work. They come to clock to get money.
Right.
Right? Now, I honestly, after seeing what's going on, Erica, as a lady, it's hard for her to be able to see what these guys are doing and be able to work around it. They had her exactly how they wanted. You know what I mean? I have to stand every day on the job to get your work done. You leave and look, I need to go to town to get material. When you come back, you meet guys sleeping on the job. This is normal. It happened in Montmorency. It happened in and it's a serious issue.
Yeah,
and
I agree.
I'm not promoting violence, but if we don't fix that problem, somebody or some people are going to get hurt.
Yeah.
So we blame everything on the government, but I think it's a problem that we have, the contractors, and you can't, there's no way you can say, well, let me speak to this person or speak to that person. Junior, guys like you who has the platform, please, I beg you, let's use it to save the lives of our people. Now, those guys, they take a deposit. This is what a guy did to me yesterday.
We kind of have to wrap it, so just kind of make it quick. We really have to go on to the next call.
Yeah. So I gave him all the material to do a job. He has the material. Now he knew the job is his. He didn't show up today and tell me he's on another job. I said, do not go on my job tomorrow. I'm going to get somebody new. That's the things that they do. And it's serious. So I'll talk to you about it on another time, but we need to have a platform maybe once a month so we could do stuff like that. Okay? Thank you so much,
Carl. I
Erica.
appreciate you.
I feel bad for you, but God is good.
Thank you.
All right. Yeah. Erica, is it kind of something like what happened to you in terms of when the guys are coming to work and they work
Yes,
ethics?
my neighbor told me that they would be here 10 o'clock, go for lunch, 12 o'clock, come back, 2 o'clock, leave here 3:30.
Wow.
And he is hardly around to monitor that. And she was telling me that yesterday or today, she was telling me that she thinks that was also part of the problem. But he was still lying. As I said, he's very convincing. This man probably would meet you and say, well, a complete tree house, she lying. And he's so convincing you will believe until you come and see the house not complete. He's that good. Because in the meeting in the bank, when I told him that I understand that was part of the problem, he said, no, he there all the time. And he telling me that, I there all the time, girl. What are you saying that for? I was there all the time. I there every day. So, I mean, I'm laughing, but what I'm going through here.
Yeah, I know. It's hard. It's difficult. Let's go back to the phone lines. Caller live, where are you calling us from? Hello? Hello?
Junior?
Yes. Hello? All right, caller. Call back. You're getting a kind of, again, some low signal from you. All right, so call back. Again, guys, we're speaking here with Erica. She's going through the worst, as you could imagine. Let me jump back to this caller right here. Caller, one second. Let me see if I can pull you to the system. Hello? Hello?
Good night, Junior. Yes, I call back.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, as I was saying, I was outside because the building is kind of echoing, so that's the reason why.
Right.
I listened everybody, including the young lady, and I just listened to the gentleman and the other gentleman that spoke. And trust me, everybody has spoken their best mind. And to tell the honest truth, Junior, one thing I will say is that some of these contractors and some of them are not certified. That is number one problem right there. They're not certified. Some of them could do things, but they're not certified because from what she was saying there about, when they went back and checked, something was fishy about the building and the building was not in position. That could tell you that the man is not certified. He don't know what he's doing. Because I work in a construction company about 3 years back. I left them already. Mm-hmm. And one thing I learned from my supervisors and them when I was doing foundation and shooting levels and doing buildings is that there's something on the plan that they call the legend. Uh-huh. If you do not follow the legend, you will get in trouble. That is one thing. If you don't follow that legend, you will get in trouble. They always have everything listed out for you. And if anything is wrong, you will find yourself in total trouble.
Yes.
And for what he did there, trust me, that could tell you that he can't even read plan properly and he trying something. Mm-hmm. And to be taking money and leaving the lady in a heap of problems right now, he's bad-minded. And every time she calling him and he playing, he getting on and playing, taking up an attitude, he knows what he's doing. That means he been doing this thing for years and he getting away with it. And it's time for people to stand up, put out a list, just as how the gentleman say, put out a list of a couple of those contractors that are doing bull and let it stay blacklisted.
Yeah.
If they have to come back and get a job, you have to start back from scratch. Go and get certified. Make everybody know that you're certified, that you could do this, you could do that. All right?
All right.
Because I work with one contractor already, me and my partner and them. Mm-hmm. And the work that they give us to do, Junior, trust me, you would have been crying all now. We did not have a Hilti, we didn't have no generator. All we had was spade, fork, and pick. Mm-hmm. Just to go and do the foundation. And what more do you think we was digging? We was digging them hard tag one more. And trust me, that do easy. And we pushed that work. That work was supposed to finish at the end of the month. We finished that work before 2 weeks. And when the man come to pay us, he come and tell us, well, fellas, I don't have all the money now. I have $1,000 to share between Shirley. I don't know how all are doing it now. And that way, all of us get sick with him. And when he realized that we're looking to beat him, he call his partner and them and tell him what you're going on. Or he could borrow me some money and think, let me just pay them fellas and thing. And when the man pay us, what we do for him? We say we don't coming back until he gets serious with us.
Right.
And when the person who was paying him to do the place, they start to come down on him very hard and he play calling us and begging us, oh God, come back now, organize and thing there. I say, Mr. Man, until he gets serious, we don't coming back.
Right.
It's before the month finish. He call us and say, okay, here I'm going on, I'll pay all up front, this and that, so and thing. And he started to get tools organized, he started to get generator, he started to get this.
He started to get serious.
After that, we start work with him.
Right.
Yeah, he started to get serious because you see what happened now. That was a big money losing there, and trust me, the person what he was dealing with, that person was not playing around.
Right.
So that is the reason why I'm saying people have to get serious. And the banks, they have to make sure anybody they take in, make sure that they have a good background. Just as how some places they just always go and check and make sure, okay, you have a good background to get a job.
Yes.
They have to make sure that you have a good background. And if you know you're not certified but you can do the work, make sure you're proper.
Yeah.
And if you're certified, well, go ahead. But if you're not certified, show me that you could do the work. Right. Don't come and tell me you could do it. And when I come back and check, okay, the house is supposed to be in the center, but you put the house close to the road.
Yeah.
No, that don't work in.
Right.
That don't work in, Junior. Trust me.
Thank you so much, caller.
I understand where she's going.
All right.
Trust me. All right. Enjoy your night.
Thank you, man. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for calling. Got another caller. Call real quick. Erica, you wanted to respond? Go ahead.
Yes, Junior, how the bank do it now that you get the loan approved and you get your contractor. So you're responsible for your contractor. Yes, the bank, no, from now on, I think it's a good thing that even if the homeowner get the contractor for the bank to do business with, that the bank still do a check. Because now I'm going deep into this thing. Mm-hmm. It's alleged that I'm not the only person that the individual has done it to. But
Right.
he keeps getting away with it. So a lot of foreigners would have complaints of him and Grenadians as well, you know? So
Yeah.
that's why I'm hearing it. It's just for the sensitized people that it is hurting for people in Grenada that you're fighting to make a step in your life. And individuals just come and think, well, let's play with it.
Yeah.
So
Let's take another
it's
call here.
no
Let's take another
fault
call
of
here
the
real
man.
quick. Caller live, where are you calling us from?
Hi, good evening. How you doing?
Yes,
Hello?
Yes, caller, go right ahead.
Yeah, people can hear, all right?
Yes.
I noticed a lot of builders, they don't do constructions and they'll do the work, right?
Mm-hmm.
But now when the tradesman and them come and work, they end up paying them a lot. So the tradesman and them doing what they have to do. Like if it's their man charge like 5,000 for a particular work done.
Right.
Now the builder itself charging more money than what the original man charged him for the work to make a higher cut on the head, as to the paying 10,000 to 5,000 for them and 5,000 for the other one. So that they're doing. So what I'm saying that lady go through, it's a rough stage she go through. So what I'm saying, lady, what I advise you to do, you have to take action him, and that to do. That have to do that my contribution to him, because when she do it, I mean, that would be a better thing that the others might take warning, because when it is honest people, but it does not see a way good at all. All right, so lady, just check yourself and just do what to do, and let them know that you have to stick stand right. Okay, all right. Have a good evening.
Thank you so much, caller. Thank you so much, caller. Erica, any respond to last call?
Yes, I would like to thank the last caller for his comments, and I would also like him to know that being here is also a form of action for Grenadians who are going through what I'm going through.
Right.
I take the stand here to represent all the people that shame to come on, that don't have the guts to come on live and share what they are going through. I know for sure, Junior, because I gave a teacher in my son's school a ride, and she's going through worse.
Wow.
There are people that even going through worse than I am. They cannot enter it at all. Nothing hasn't been done. So me being here is not just being here for my selfish reasons, to sensitize the public, everyone, what is going on with people in Grenada and throughout. I know it's not only me, Junior, and I really appreciate you for having me on the program. So that will also bring more people forward.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's take this last call. Here. Caller, you live? Where are you calling us from? Hello?
Hi, Junior. Good night.
Hey, good night, caller. Turn your background down a bit, because I'm getting a bit of a feedback.
Sorry about that. I'll lower it down.
Okay, go ahead, caller.
Hi.
Yes.
Hi, good night.
Yes, hi.
Sorry.
Yes.
Hi, Miss Erica. Good night.
Good night.
How are you?
I'm hanging in there.
All right. I'm sorry to hear what happened to you, man. This is not nice. But he has a lot of true builders in Grenada. Maybe in the future, when you're doing something, you should find out if the person is registered. Because if they're not registered, that means it's just haywire. And then you have some builders.
He is registered. He is registered.
Yeah, plan.
His company is registered.
And you have some of them that, he's registered. And then they cannot read plan. So sometimes when he take the work from you, he give it to a little man on the ground to read the plan, to do the
that
homework.
That is exactly what happened. And basically what I understand, the gentleman that he put as the foreman,
so the person don't even know much about what he's doing too. So this is the reason why you're having problems now to fit the windows in. And I think what you should do to do a backgrounds on them first, find out a little bit more about them first before you go in, because there is a lot of true builders in Grenada, and the little men you think that not doing good, these are the men that are doing good. So I won't say all builders are bad.
No, we're not saying that at all. We're absolutely not saying
No,
that.
I didn't say. I did not. No, I did not say she's saying that. But I find some people was saying certain things, and it make it look like all builders do.
Right.
I think there's a vast majority of people that have the same problem that I'm having. So that's why it may sound like that, but we have a lot of good builders.
Yeah, I know.
Just the same.
And in fact, you know what? I think. I think I'm. It's my obligation to do this, right? I'm going to make a list, right, that I'll publish on Ride Along Live of confirmed builders that I would put on my list, that people that I know for a fact would do good work. Because there's a lot of people in the diaspora, particularly, who has succumbed to this victimization, lost money. Even my sister lost a whole heap of money just a few years ago. So I really think that we should do this. So this is a nod to the moderators and producers. Let's compile a list of good, reliable, and confirmed builders so people could look through, right? And people that we know do good work. Because a lot of people going back and looking to build, and the last thing you want to do is work your buttocks here for how many years, and then to lose all this money for unscrupulous and bad behavior and people who just have no good intention. So I think we need to do that. And this is a nod to our producer. If you could put this in play, put this in action. Let us compile a list, a reputable list, so people would not succumb to this type of things. People locally, people abroad, everyone, because it is a sad reality what's happening here. And so Erica, what next? The bank is in a position to help you go forward with this legally.
No. All the legal action would be on my hand. All the bank would do is give the evidence.
Right, provide you with the information.
Yes, I also had contacted an engineer to do a valuation of the finishing cost.
Right.
He's working on that now, but it would take some time because everything is unfinished. And also we have to take into consideration my extra 3 months of rent and the people that I've been paying every day to come and redo and readjusting the things that was done wrong. So all of these things have to be placed into that cost.
Okay.
Because
Absolutely.
I cannot continue to live like that.
And again, your kids, I feel it for your kids because they're in this environment, and this cannot be healthy for them. This whole cannot be healthy for them. It's not suitable for human beings to live in that space. Let's take the last call. This is the final call. Caller live, where are you calling us from?
Calling from New York, Junior.
New York, go right ahead.
But one thing I should say, with the last phase of payment, I think what the bank should do, the contractor should come up front and make the payment, and after when they finish, the bank should give them the money.
The last payment.
So that they come building the last phase.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Measure that. Hey, or even if a percentage of that, say the last payment, as seen on the contract here. So the last payment was expected to be $79,800, right? Even if the bank did $30,000 or $39,000 and withhold $40,000, right? So at the end of the project, you get the final $40,000.
Yes.
So phase three will be half of the final payment and a full payment at the end, because at least
then the house must complete.
Yeah.
The house must complete.
Yes. No, I agree. I think that's a good idea.
That's a change the bank should implement. Yeah.
And then again, Junior, with the windows, I did a downstairs for myself, and with the windows, I did the windows myself, and none of the windows was same size. I went and I gave them the measurement, and they did my windows.
Yeah.
None of my windows is same size.
Yeah. No. The sizes of the window. There are companies in Grenada that could create any size of window. It's not
I think
difficult.
I've been advertising 2 whole nights in Blue and London.
It costs a little bit more.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, and it just costs a little bit more.
I think the builder just used that as an excuse, but we all know that we can have it make.
But at the end of the time, you cannot, at the end of the day, you cannot trust none of them because sometimes you have to be there to see what's going on with your work.
Yeah, I agree. But we don't want to paint the picture, however, that all contractors are like that. Let me be very clear. I know that there are a few contractors, they are real good, they're on point, they follow up, they do things by the books. You know what I mean? There is a drawing, they stick to that. Because if there is any changes that changes also have to be approved. You know, if you decide to put extra stuff, and I've even heard that there was catering. Erica, there's supposed to be a catering for veranda, right?
Yes, I have no veranda.
That wasn't done, right?
No, because he laid all the house wrong. He said, I cannot put a veranda facing the river. I will put the veranda.
So like, hey, let me not put the veranda again, man. Let me forget the veranda. The veranda, you remember we talked about the veranda and that's in the plan and that was approved by physical plan?
He changed the orientation of the house, so the veranda would have been facing the river. So he said, I'm going to put a small veranda in front there for you. No, that didn't happen either. It's just, everything, as I said, is unfinished.
Right.
But at the end of the day, I thank God I have life, health, and strength. And I want to tell all the homeowners outside there who are going through what I'm going through, don't get despondent, don't get dismayed. Trust in God that everything will be okay. Bit by bit, you're going to make it. And it don't make sense worrying or taking it on to the point that you become suicidal. Right. I think there is a program that you can come on and let it out. And in a positive way to the other people that is going through it, do not get into violence. Come on the program, let the world know, go to the appropriate people. There is pastors, there is priests, there is counselors here in Grenada that you can speak to. Handle it in a positive way. Right. You know, we want to keep the country safe. We want to keep our good name, and you don't let a few persons, a few bad apples spoil the whole bunch. Right. So keep the positivity, promote positivity, and we have programs to enlighten us as what is going on. And this is a platform for that. So, Junior, once again, I really want to thank you and your team for accommodating me tonight and for bringing light to other persons that is going through and to other persons that intend to build. There is good builders, as you said, you would put up a list. Continue to build. We need to make the nation bigger. We have a government that promotes it also. So we need to continue building, more construction, more work, everybody eat our food. So there is good builders out there, use them. Not because I go through it or somebody else go through one bad builder, you get despondent. Okay?
You are a very strong and positive young lady. I applaud that. And positive things will come your way. This is not a destination. This is a bump in the road. This is not a final destination, I should say. This is a bump in the road, and I think that with your positive attitude, goodness would come out of it. So we thank you for being positive, although you're going through a lot. I mean, most people right now wouldn't even utter those words that you just said. So that is applaudable. That you have that mindset. So I'm pretty sure that positive things would come out of this bad situation that you're going through right now. So we thank you so much, Erica, and we're going to continue to follow up with you. All right?
Thank you, Junior, for having me and your team. Thank you, everyone. I really appreciate this once again.
Thanks again. Guys, we got a commercial break, and then I'll come back with my final closing words. Thank you, Erica. We'll catch up again.
All right, then.
As we celebrate 50 years of independence,
I love my Grenada.
Made in Grenada presents the celebration of 50 years of Calypso.
Open me a view to that night, honey. Don't think that take
One stage.
No, not so fast.
One show.
Music holding me, controlling.
Grenada's best Calypso
Jeffersonians performing Grenada's greatest hits. Sunday, February 11th, 2024 at 6 p.m. sharp. Grenada National Stadium. More information coming soon.
When the DJ play Peter Humphrey, she raise her hand and she tell respect. You know play sweeter than home.
The government of Grenada, through the Ministry of Finance, is continuing the rollout of its tax amnesty initiative. The amnesty provides 100% waiver of all interest and penalties on all outstanding balances up to the end of December 2021. All taxpayers with outstanding tax balances and outstanding returns to file are encouraged to take advantage of this amnesty. All tax types administered by the division are eligible for tax amnesty. For further information on the tax amnesty, please contact the Inland Revenue Division at 435-6945 or 435-6946. Email tpshelpdesk@ird.gov.gd or visit our website ird.gd. Amnesty ends December 31st.
Now, get ready to conquer the road with Zion Driving Instructors, conveniently located at 1782 Flatbush Avenue in Brooklyn, New York. We are your ticket to driving success. We are known for and specialize in the best rates for driving classes, ensuring you reach your driving goals affordably and efficiently. Our expert instructors offer personalized one-on-one training, making you a confident and skilled driver. Plus, we offer convenient 5-hour classes and various packages deal to give you even more value. Ready to take the wheel? Call us today at 718-374-5678. That's 718-374-5678. Or visit ZionDrivingInstructors.com. That's ZionDrivingInstructors.com. Zion Driving Instructors, your journey to the open road starts here. Contact us and make your driving dreams a reality. Mention this ad and get a 5% off selected package.
The Ministry of Tourism and Economic Development and the Grenada Tourism Authority extend a warm welcome to visitors and returning nationals visiting for Carnival and summer vacation. We do hope you enjoy your stay with us, and we invite you to return with friends and family to celebrate our 50th anniversary of independence on 7th February 2024. Tourism is my business, your business, our business.
Yeah. I gotta say thank you guys for watching, and thanks for being a part of our program, and continue to like and share and support this platform. This platform is your platform, guys, where everyone have a story to tell, right? And when we say everyone, we mean everyone. Because oftentimes people seem to forget that, right? Even the contractor in question, Mr. Chris Bascom, we spoke to him. We'll give him equal opportunity to grace the platform and express his side of the story, because we do believe that there are always three sides to the story. And we want to hear what he has to say. If he wishes to come on to the platform, I'll make it available to him. I'll afford him the same time so he could explain himself. All right? But I'm serious about that list, guys. I'm serious about packaging a list of credible people, because what I hate to see is people take advantage of others, especially taking advantage of others' ignorance. They don't really know. I've seen a situation just this week. Some people lose a whole heaping set of money because they trust in advice from somebody else, and that person gave them a whole set of wrong advice. And because of the wrong advice that they listened to, they lost probably over $200,000, US dollars to be precise. So we need to capture a list of credible people in the field, right? Publish that and have that. It would eliminate a lot of these problems that we're seeing right now. So I'm game to being a part of that. Absolutely, for sure. All right. So again, this is your platform, guys. This is your platform. But I also think that government initiative need to step up. I don't think that it is on the person, like for instance, Erica, to create a profile or a page or a list to put this thing out there. That's a lot of work. I think that governments have the ability to do that. Regulations, make sure people who are actually doing this work are actually able to do the work, right? License, all of those things are necessary. If someone is continuing to do work that is, not completed or just fragmented to what it's supposed to be, then action's supposed to be potentially taken so that doesn't get transferred off to the next person. The next person don't have to feel the pain of what happened to an individual before. So licenses is important. That's the reason why it's important for license. So unless you don't have a particular license, unless you don't have a certain set of insurance, then you can be contracted to do X, Y, and Z. Yeah. All right. So I think government have a big part to play in ensuring that these things don't happen, because you could put a negative name on the country. Think about if somebody that is in Canada or whatever, and they have a contractor working on a property and they're paying this cash, only to come to find out that all this money that they've been paying over time, when they come, they see their house hop and drop, post high, post low, it's just all over the place. It's just not what they expected. Somebody go fall on and catch heart attack. Yeah, somebody go dead. So, regulation. Thank you guys so much. We appreciate you, and I appreciate the team here at Ride Along Live, always looking out for the stories that's impactful for people's lives. And we thank our producer, Lois JJ, working hard as always, our moderators, Kibbs and Gail Charles, always working hard behind the scenes, making sure that we're here. Thank you so much. So the people who advertise with us, we appreciate you. Thank you so much. Because of your support, we could keep the lights on. We could have microphones. We could have cameras. We could have a place where that looks good, and we could continue to do our work. So we encourage you guys, if you have a business and you want to advertise, inbox us, give us a call. We even have, if you want to donate, if you want to support this platform, you don't have a business but you just want to donate, you want to help us out, right? You want to see us grow, you want to be a part of our growth, you could donate any little thing. We have a link that's going around. One of our moderators could put it in there. Just make a donation and help us. That would drastically increase and assure that we could continue to do this thing for years and years and years and years to come. We appreciate you so much. Or give us some stars. There's stars there. You could give us stars. You could be a subscriber. There's so many ways that you could support this platform, guys. So many ways. And just think about it like you're paying it forward. Because if a situation come up with you, we're going to give you the same effort, the same vigor, the same fight, right? So you're just kind of paying it forward. So I say thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you to the folks on YouTube. The folks on YouTube, thank you so much. The folks on YouTube, you could also do this. You could support this platform by giving Super Chat. So you could click that little link right there, the Super Chat, and you could continue to support right along. The folks on YouTube. And also we're also on Fire Stick. So the people that's watching on Fire TV. Where is it? Where's the Fire TV? Fire TV. Where's the Fire TV thing? Where is it? Okay. Anyway, but the Fire TV link, guys. If you have a Fire TV, download right along on Fire TV. All right. I cannot say enough and stress enough and say thank you enough to everyone who already purchased this is the Ride Along Live 50th anniversary Grenada Independence sweater. We have the sweater, we have the t-shirt, we have the polos. 50th anniversary Grenada wear, and you could get it right now, guys. You could get it right this minute. In fact, you shouldn't leave the program before you get it. Again, it all goes into support, right? Click the link that we just put there and purchase your 50th anniversary merch right now. Buy now. Click it right now. Click it right by. If you're having any problem with processing. Oh, thank you, Betty and Court. Thank you for the 200 stars. I appreciate you and your 200 stars. Thank you so much, Betty Ann. You see, Betty Ann put she money where she mouth is, eh? Thank you for the 200 stars. Really, really, really appreciate it. That's the link right there. If you want to purchase one of our merch, a merch store, Right By Store. Thank you so much. Catch you guys tomorrow, Friday. Right, trivia on a Friday. Yeah? Right, trivia on a Friday. All you know what we're doing on a Friday. No drama on a Friday. Don't come with your drama tomorrow, right? Tomorrow is no drama. It's just vibes, pure vibes on a Friday, right? Trivia. Catch you guys tomorrow. Peace out and have a good night.
For a limited time, the NLA has dropped all of the 2X balls from the multi-X draw. This means that you, our valuable players, have greater chances of multiplying your winnings up to 5 times more in our 2X drop promotion. Yay! And that's not all. As an additional bonus, there will be fewer free play or FP balls to draw from too. Now you have more reasons to add multi-X to your playway bets. So, value your dreams, win your way, and multiply your winnings up to 5 times more in the NLA's 2X Dropped promotion. Promo runs until